And he was super nice, and he just said, look, and this was years ago, maybe, I guess probably about almost 20 years ago, maybe 18 years ago. And he said, Nathan, you seem like a nice young man. I'm happy for you to walk through my property to get to the river. That's awesome. Love for you to do that. Thanks for asking about that. And yeah, I'd be interested in selling. He said, if you've priced anything around here, just typical acreage, if it's not in a nice area, anything in Greenville County, kind of farmland or whatever, is probably $20,000 an acre. But that's more recreational property. A lot of it's in a floodplain. And so, yeah, I'd sell it to you for $5,000 an acre. I think that's a good deal for you. Just over 12 acres would be $60,000 and some change. And again, I was newly married at the time. We'd put our money in our home. I wasn't making much money. Again, 20 years ago. And I remember telling him, wow, that sounds like probably a great price. I haven't really, other than the home I bought, I'm wanting to buy some more real estate and get into real estate. And thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me. And I really appreciate it. And I'll plan to try to save up some money and call you back later. And I actually said, I feel kind of stupid right now because really, I probably shouldn't even be talking to you because I always keep cash in the bank, and I don't really believe in debt, and I like to have a buffer of cash, which is a certain amount. And so I said, probably, honestly, what I have beyond that buffer right now would be like $6,000. So it's like 1/10 of what the property's worth, and I'm sure it's worth at least $60,000. So when I save up a lot more and get closer to 60, I'll call you up, because right now all I've got is about $6,000. But thanks so much for your time. I really appreciate it. It was wonderful talking to you. Wish you all the best. It was just a very cordial conversation. And I don't remember if it was later that day or the next day that he called me back and he said, you know what, I've been thinking about this. All I do on that property is pay taxes on it. And he said, you mentioned kind of in passing that you like to keep, I don't even remember if it was a $10,000 or $15,000 buffer, but beyond that, all you had was $6,000, which is, $500 an acre for those 12 acres. And he said, I know that this is from a real estate standpoint, this is really stupid of me, but I'm not using the property at all. And you're a really nice guy. You didn't run down my property at all. I appreciate that. I'll sell you the property for $6,000. And it later on down the road, he even offered to pay all the closing costs. So it would be exactly $6,000 for me to buy over 12 acres in Greenville. And again, that was years ago, but obviously, even back then, it was worth way, way more than that.